This is a little demo of the Kenwood Reverberation amplifier. It's an RA-54 model number, and it's not something that you can find too easily online, at least in an English manual. I found a German manual. Not sure even the history of this. I believe this unit, when I purchased it, I believe I got it with this tuner, this graphic EQ, and I also have an amplifier, which is older than what I'm playing through now, which is kind of a cheaper, more generic, but very powerful Pioneer SX203. So I'm playing that right now through some Kenwood three-way speakers, but I just wanted to demonstrate this because there's really not anything out there. The music I'm playing is something that YouTube cannot shut me down for because it's my own music, and it's a song called My Family Lives Here that I recorded probably 8 years ago. So let's play it and demo this unit. So what I'm doing right now is I'm just listening to this as a tape input. It's actually coming off of my laptop, playing my song through a Bluetooth receiver right here, and that is being pumped in as a tape input. So let's turn it back on. So now we're actually feeding that into the tape 1 input down here on this receiver. So everything is normal. And we'll turn the reverberation effect on. Let me bring the reverb time and the depth down to 0 so you can't really hear much difference. We'll turn it on. Just a slight attenuation. We can attenuate even more, minus 6 dB if we wanted to for some reason. We have an effect 1 and 2, so we'll leave it out for effect 1. And I will now increase reverb time. We're not really hearing much of a change because we don't have the depth turned up. And if you know anything about guitar effects, that's very much how they work. So let's crank the depth up. So we'll add the effect here. We begin to see this time delay LED light up in the back. I'll turn this up a little bit. Now with very little of the effect, let me turn it off. So it just gives you a little space in the listening environment if you were able to hear it from my ears. So let's crank up the depth a little bit. Now definitely you can hear the reverb. No effect. Doesn't sound terrible. It's a little heavy. Let me bring this time down. A little more depth, maybe. That's still a little thick. Okay, I like it right there. Let me turn the reverb off. Yeah, it definitely adds a surround sound kind of effect that you would receive on a modern day amp. As we bring this depth up higher, we can add some pretty lights here. You can really destroy it here. I mean, it sounds terrible that way. But for me, I like it right here. Just a hint. And it's attractive. Let's try the other effect. It's more subtle. Mixing in more reverb here. Yeah, it's not as terrible at all. Oh, that sounds good. Let's turn it off. So hopefully you can hear that it's much more spatial. Yeah, I like Effect 2 much better. But I'm not trying to win an award here, so this is just a short demo. If you don't like the video because I didn't have a audio line directly plugged into this video recording, that's fine. It doesn't matter. It's a resource video. It's a Kenwood Reverb amp RA-54. There's not any real amping going on here, by the way. You connect this up just like you would a cassette tape deck, and that's really it. You feed a line in and you have a line going out. You actually have two options. With tape off, you could have another input that's going in because you have two sets of inputs on the back. So I'll show you that here briefly. Here you go. So this is where I'm running that input in from the Bluetooth connector to my computer. And then this right here is just a tape in, tape out loop. And some of the documentation that I was using is not in English, so I just kind of wrote, this is the Kenwood Reverb FX unit, and you just kind of create sort of a tape loop here. And there's other ways to connect this up, just like you would an equalizer, which is something that I'm getting ready to test in a bit. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. Hopefully this will speak a little bit to what the RA-54 can do. And maybe you have one of these and you wondered, like I did, how does it connect and how does it sound and does it make a big difference? And I would say this is just a really cool piece of 80s tech that if you can get your hands on it, I would.